Money is a weapon. No matter who you are, where you are, or what your history is, it will determine how much you are worth, how long you will last, and how much you can have. It's as simple as that. The rest is illusion, a dream for those who still believe that the world will give you a chance. What people don't understand, or don't want to understand, is that money is not just what you earn. It is what you lose. For every penny you fight to earn, something in you dies. You lose your humanity. You lose what's right and what's wrong. The system doesn't care about that. It just wants to see you chasing more. And the more you run, the more it pulls you, the more it swallows you. But it's not just any race. No, this is a race where you go, but never arrive. Because, in the end, money is just a trap. A trap that makes you think you're in control, when in reality, you're more trapped than ever. Money is necessary. Of course, I won't deny that. But do you know what it does to people? It turns them into puppets. It makes them believe that if they have enough, if they reach that number, everything will change. They make you believe that you can be free. But the truth is, they don't show you the invisible chains already tied around your neck. Money is not the key to freedom. It's the key to prison. A prison built on illusions and lies that tell you, you need this. You need this to be someone. I'm not an idealist. I know that, in the end, the war is for money. Every move on the board, every decision, every act, always has a paper note behind it. But what no one tells you, what they don't want you to know, is that this game is not about winning or losing. It's about surviving. And if you don't know how to play dirty, you'll be swallowed before you even understand what's happening. The rules, they don't exist. They change every second, depending on who you know, who has the power. Money buys those at the top, those who control the resources, those who decide what's right and what's wrong. And then, in the end, who suffers is the rest of us, those who have no choice, those who never had a chance. Money doesn't solve everything, but in reality, it solves enough to make you powerless, to make you accept the rules of the game without even questioning. Those who have it, those who truly have it, don't care about the others. They buy the law, they buy morality, they buy everything. And those who don't have it, well, they live in illusion. They kill themselves. They destroy themselves in search of an illusion that will never come true. Because in the end, it's all about control. Money controls, power controls. And those at the bottom, they only have one choice. Either you bend or you break. I don't bend, and I won't break, no matter what they took from me, no matter what happened. The only thing I know is that you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to keep going. Because if you don't, the world will swallow you. The system will crush you, and money will continue to be the god that everyone serves. It will continue to decide who lives and who dies. If you want to know the truth, money is not the answer. It's not the key to happiness. It's not the solution to problems. But in reality, it is the problem. The race never ends. And even when you think you're on top, the fall is even more painful. But you still have a choice, no matter how much the world makes you fall, no matter how much it tries to destroy everything you've built. In the end, the only thing you control is what you do with what you have. And if you're willing to fight, to get dirty, to go all the way, then you'll understand. Money doesn't control you. You decide what to do with it. The only question is, what are you willing to sacrifice to have this? Because if you don't know the answer, then the fall will be inevitable. And what you will realize is that no matter how much you have, or what you manage to achieve, money will always be the excuse for everything. And in the end, it will leave you alone. That's what it does. Money. This is what they want you to chase. From the first day, they put you in this race called life. They make you believe that the world is fair, that if you work hard, money will be your reward, and with it, happiness. But all of this, it's a lie, a trap to keep you off they've chosen. Money is not the reward, it's the chain. They never show you the true side. They show you a sparkle, a promise of comfort, of security. But what money really represents is power, a power that will never be in the hands of those who seek it, because money is controlled by the ones who set the rules of the game. They give you crumbs, make you think you have control, but true control is far outside your reach, and that's how they keep you obedient, wanting more, always more, like an animal chasing something it will never catch. But those who truly understand money don't chase it. They use money. They manipulate those who still believe it's a solution, because in the end, money is just a means, and its value is what you can do with it, who you can control with it. That's why they fear those who no longer care about it, who see money for what it really is, a weapon. Those who created the system are masters at this. They made money an unattainable goal, something that, no matter how much you have, is never enough, because the value of money lies in scarcity, and they control that scarcity. And the cycle never ends. There's always something bigger, a greater ambition, a bigger number that you should reach. It's a never-ending game. When money becomes the center of everything, moral values, integrity, and even compassion lose their meaning. People sell themselves, betray their beliefs, do whatever it takes to get more. Because in the world they created, everything has a price. Honesty becomes a weakness, loyalty becomes a currency of exchange, and they know that because they defined these rules. Deep down, the corruption of values is one of the most powerful tools to keep people chained to money. When everything can be bought, when the value of everything is defined by money, what's left? That's true. They want a world where ethics mean nothing if there's no gain, because in such a world, it's easier to control people. It's much easier to manipulate choices, attitudes, and even human relationships. Everything revolves around gain, advantage, and that destroys the essence of anything that could be pure or authentic. Those who have the power don't need to worry about integrity. They don't need to be honest. Because in the world of money, what matters is who can pay, who can offer the highest value. Values lose their meaning, and people become pawns in a game they can't control. And they know this. They know that as long as people are trapped in this logic, they will always be at the mercy of the system. They have built a society where dependence on money is total. You can't live without it. You can't survive without it. Every aspect of life, from the most basic needs to the luxuries they sell us as essential, depends on money. And who doesn't have it? Who can't meet what the system demands? These people are excluded, marginalized, seen as failures. There lies the true power in the control of survival, because in the end, everything you need to live, to eat, to have a roof over your head, depends on money. And whoever controls money controls survival. That's why they make you work for them, do what they want, follow the rules they impose, not because you want to, but because you need to. The system is a disguised prison. They convince you that you're free, that you can make your own choices. But the truth is that all your decisions are limited by how much you can pay. They have created a world where money is the key to everything. And without that key, you're out, and thus, they keep you captive. But there's one thing they fear: those who see the game for what it really is, those who can see beyond the facade, who understand that money, at its core, is a construct. These are the ones who can really threaten the system, because they're no longer trapped in illusions, they're no longer afraid of losing. That's why those who don't depend on money are feared, because When someone is no longer trapped by the value of money, that person becomes uncontrollable. They can act without the weight of expectations, without the fear of losing what they have. And that's a power money cannot buy. They control through dependence. But those who have learned to live outside this cycle, who have found a purpose that's not based on material gain, represent what they fear most: true freedom. It's a freedom that cannot be bought, that cannot be influenced. It's the type of freedom systems cannot corrupt. For those who observe closely, money shows that the lines between morality and survival become blurred. For many, accepting the power of money isn't just a matter of choice, it's a matter of standing firm or being swallowed up. Even the most ethical individuals find themselves confronted with necessity, and when that happens, the barriers of what's acceptable are gradually pushed beyond the point of no return. For the few who understand this mechanic, money represents unlimited freedom, the freedom to make their own laws. It's not the freedom books talk about or that philosophers dream of. It's a freedom that arises from indifference to the rules the rest of the world follows, and with this comes an uncompromising responsibility. Who commands money also becomes the guardian of the inequalities it creates. It's a price few are willing to admit, but they pay with pleasure. This is the power of money, to allow a small elite to live above the reality of the majority. The limits that restrict the average citizen vanish, and a new class emerges, one that sees the world as a series of opportunities to expand their influence, with no barriers restricting their actions. They don't feel the weight of the decisions they make, because for them, these decisions are just a matter of numbers. When money reaches this level, it becomes a form of truth, and it's a perverse truth, because while it creates paths for the few, it blocks paths for the majority. It builds invisible walls, determining who will have a chance and who will remain on the outside. And these walls aren't built directly. They are refined and reinforced by a system that ensures that even when someone manages to cross them, the cost will be immense. This is the final irony of money. It promises freedom, but creates prisons for everyone involved. For those who possess it, there's the constant need to accumulate more, because wealth is a prison in itself, an obsession that grows with every conquest. And for those who don't have it, the fight to survive becomes a different prison, one that impedes any possibility of mobility, any hope for the future.